So I'm going to answer questions on how I prepare for my final exam. First question being, what preparations have you been taking to ensure you do well on the exam? Usually I do note taking after while I'm reading the chapter. I work on workbook questions afterwards, and I also like to create mini quizzes on the chapter that I'm reading. So I look over the PowerPoint or the textbook and create questions over that chapter. Next question, what is your study strategy going into final exam week? I usually like to get a blank piece of notebook paper and draw like the anatomy by memory. So like the arterial system and the venous system, I'll just draw it out and see what I remember, and then I look over it with like the textbook images, make sure I got everything right. I like to rewatch like the discussion board videos where we made the 3D models. That also helps me. I like to review my notes. I also like to do the mini quizzes that I've made. And then if there was anything I was struggling with, I usually like to reread that subject on the textbook, or I like to watch YouTube videos on it. Next question, what have you learned about your studying skills that you have changed over the course of this program? So when I first started the program, I relied heavily on note-taking and reading, but I found out really quickly that that wasn't working, so I changed to active recall and mind mapping, which really helped me in my physics class. But then once we got into like pathology and sonographic findings and clinical indications and stuff like that, like creating mini quizzes really helped me, and also just like talking out loud about it is really helpful, to me at least. Next question, what have you already done to prepare? So like I said, I've been doing the mini quizzes, I've been note-taking, I've been doing the discussion board videos where we do the 3D models, so that also helps. But other than that, I haven't really done anything to prepare. I'll probably start studying within the next few days for the final exam. As for when, where, how, and how long I study for, when, I usually study whenever I have time during my clinical rotation, and I usually study the weekend for a long period of time, taking breaks in between because I have time then. Where, I usually study at home. Sometimes I go to the library if I want to change it up a bit. How I'm going to study, again, mini quizzes, rereading my notes, looking through the textbook, watching YouTube videos if I don't understand it. But other than that, that's about it.